Danish royals Frederick and Mary interrupted their attendance at the Paris Olympics to attend the funeral of one of the most important figures in their lives. Passing away on July 30th at the age of 92, Per Thornett was the head of Frederick's chancellery and was considered a second father to him. This royal couple is among the most in demand. Just a few days ago, they were enjoying a romantic trip to Sardinia, and it was expected that in the coming days they would be in Paris to conclude their summer vacation by attending the Olympic Games. However, the King and Queen of Denmark had to put their plans on hold and return home to attend the funeral. Frederick and Mary of Denmark wanted to bid a final farewell to their friend Per Thornett, who headed their secretariat. They returned to Copenhagen earlier than planned, dressed in mourning attire. The monarch returned to the country wearing an elegant long black pleated skirt and a matching jacket. She complemented her outfit with a handbag and a wide-brimmed hat that drew attention. However, what attracted the most attention was that Mary of Denmark returned to the country with a bandage on her jaw. According to representatives of the royal house, the injury was the result of a minor bruise. According to reports, Queen Mary used the bandage to cover a scratch on the skin she got during horseback riding. The Australian is passionate about horses, which has never been a secret. She herself actively engages in horseback riding and often rides. Perhaps she took the opportunity to indulge in her hobby during the vacation. Although it is unknown how exactly she injured her jaw, the bandage is almost invisible as it is the same color as her skin. However, the Queen tried to cover it before the cameras. Before entering the Holman's Church, where the funeral was held, she touched her face several times. Perhaps the bandage bothered her, or she just wanted to cover her face so that the item wouldn't stand out. Mary and Frederick were not alone at the funeral. They were joined by Prince Joachim and Princess Marie. They, living in the United States, were vacationing at their summer home in France. Upon hearing the news, they hurried to leave Cohors and head to Copenhagen to be with the family of their former secretary head. The deceased left his post in 2020, although he remained closely associated with the royal family, working with them for decades. On August 2nd, Frederick of Denmark lost a person he considered his second father, as Thornett was always there for him and his younger brother. Per Thornett took responsibility for both his training and the training of his brother, Prince Joachim. He also provided significant support to Queen Mary, helping her learn Danish during her courtship with Frederick and better understand Danish customs. It was very difficult for them, so they wanted to be with his family, especially his widow, during such a challenging time for all of them. Most likely, the Kings will now return to Paris to continue supporting the Danish team. The Danish royals have a very special relationship with this competition, as they fell in love with each other during the Sydney Olympic Games in 2000. Reflection and conclusion. The loss of a close person always leaves a deep mark, especially when that person was not just a colleague, but practically a family member. Per Thornett's funeral became a significant moment for the Danish royal family, symbolizing the end of an era and saying goodbye to a person who was a faithful companion and support. This event, which drew the attention of the whole world, emphasized the strength of family ties and the dedication of the royal couple. Frederick and Mary demonstrated that despite their royal duties and international obligations, family and personal connections remain their top priority. Their decision to interrupt their vacation and return to Denmark to honor Per Thornett's memory speaks to their deep respect and gratitude to this person who played a significant role in their lives. This story also highlights the human side of the royal family. Seeing them in mourning attire, concerned about an injury, and supporting each other, we understand that kings are also people who experience pain and loss. Their public expression of grief helps us see that even those at the pinnacle of power are not immune to human emotions and losses. Finally, this event reminds us of the importance of mentors and those who support us along the way. Per Thornett was not just the head of the secretariat, he was a friend, mentor, and second father. His contribution to the life of the royal family is immeasurable. People like him leave an indelible mark, and their memory will live long after their departure. As the royal family continues their duties and returns to everyday life, the memory of Per Thornett will live in their hearts and actions. His legacy is not only professional achievements, but also the personal connections and love he gave to those around him.